He provided fresh drinking water to over 1,000 villages. The poorest of the poor, the forgotten millions, now know that he is there to care for them. He built temples of healing, bringing modern medicine to those who needed it most. He built schools. He built universities. He built character in generations of young men and women. He is Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. His life is his message, and his message is love.
What I wanted to say particularly about the Sai Baba's teachings, I think they are very, very attractive for somebody like myself, because what we have seen since September 11 is this horrifying division between religions, is saying that we Muslims, or we Christians, or we Jewish, we are the selected people, and all the others are infidels, so they will go straight to hell, or they will burn in Gehenna and so on. And what I find particularly attractive with Sai Baba's teaching is he doesn't care what religion you belong to. He says the very simple, almost the golden rule message: do what's good, don't do what's bad, and love everyone. And it is absolutely, in its simplicity, a wonderful message. And this is what makes me very attractive. The world is filled with different sorts of religions that always, I find, have some sort of a drawback. But here there's very little to be turned off by. You have love everyone, do what's good to mankind. And for me, I sort of share this idea that you cannot only try to make as much money as possible in the world. And you can, when you are 75 years old, you look back and you're retired and you say, oh, look at all the money I made. The only way for you to become immortal is to do good, to help something with your fellow men, and because the world is filled still, unfortunately, with poor and suffering people, and you must try to do something. I've tried it in my small way by trying. I've been on different companies, non-violence organizations for 10 years. I've been on other types of organizations that try to help people. But the Sai Baba is a direct, and he doesn't care what denomination you have. That makes him a very, very special human being, in my way.
Satya Sai Baba says, I have come to achieve the supreme task of uniting mankind as one family through the bond of brotherhood, affirming and illuminating the reality of each being. Water. In many arid areas of the world, the poor have no access to fresh drinking water. Villagers often use the same water for drinking, watering their cattle, bathing, and washing their clothes. The lack of clean water, polluted by high fluoride content, makes life unbearable. Its effect can be devastating. In early 1995, Satya Sai Baba launched the first phase of a massive project to provide safe drinking water to over 1,000 villages, covering a population of nearly 2 million. The project involved massive excavations and extensive pipe laying, covering over 20,000 square kilometers. 15,000 people came together to construct the single largest social benefit project of its kind undertaken anywhere in the world by a private organization. Inspired by Satya Sai Baba's vision, bureaucratic delays disappeared, and the entire project was completed in the unprecedented time of 18 months. The Sri Satya Sai Drinking Water Project cost nearly $70 million. These funds were raised without any solicitation whatsoever. Through a complex web of overhead storage reservoirs, booster stations, ground-level reservoirs, and summer storage tanks, fresh water reached tens of thousands of newly constructed outlets in the villages. People who once walked miles for contaminated water now had safe drinking water in abundance throughout the year at their doorstep. Satya Sai Baba says, whenever you see a sick person, a dispirited, disconsolate, diseased person, there is your field of service. Every blood cell, every nerve must tingle with love, with eagerness to share that love with the forlorn. Mahatma Gandhi said that India lives in her villages. Villages that are often no more than a cluster of dilapidated huts, in which are huddled people, many of whom exist not by eating food, but on sheer hope. Hope that someone will care for them. In October of 2000, Satya Sai Baba inspired his students to bring this hope in the form of food, clothing, and love to these forgotten masses. 300 tons of food was prepared. During a 2-week period, students and volunteers worked around the clock, producing over 500,000 servings. Every morning, groups of students set out in a convoy of trucks to the surrounding villages. These students would experience firsthand the difficult living conditions in these villages, developing a deep compassion for the less fortunate. For many, it was their first experience with rural India. Throughout the day, they went door to door, to each house, in every village, no matter how remote, taking care not to neglect a single soul. The students touched thousands of hearts in 1,000 different ways, including their own. At the opening of his second major hospital, Satya Sai Baba said, "Disease has no distinction. It may afflict anybody, be it a pauper or a millionaire. This hospital is dedicated for the welfare of the poor. I am happy only when the poor are served."
I would like to thank you all for waiting so long and so patiently. I know you have been waiting for Baba, not for me. I can honestly say that I have rarely seen a hospital so magnificent, so grand, and so breathtaking beautiful as this one.
The Sri Satya Sai super specialty hospitals are places of peace and tranquility. They are temples of healing. The hospitals are equipped with state-of-the-art technologies in cardiology, cardiothoracic and vascular surgery, neurology, uronephrology, and ophthalmology. All of these medical services are provided absolutely free.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಮಾಧುರಿ, ಬಳ್ಳಾರಿಯಿಂದ ಬಂದದ್ದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು 20 ದಿನ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗೇ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಣ್ಣು ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ, ಆದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗೇ ಇದೆ.
Sri Satya Sai Baba's presence is an inspiration to doctors and patients both, lending a unique healing grace to the hospitals.
Cost has never been a factor here. So whatever is necessary for a patient, we do. Whether it's implants which are expensive, the surgeon doesn't have this worry at all. Everything is taken off him. We just go ahead and plan the ideal treatment for the patient.
There is the tremendous satisfaction of practicing medicine as it should be ideally practiced. That is, providing the best of medical care with love and with no economic considerations whatsoever to burden the patient or his family.
In the remote village of Puttaparthi, Satya Sai Baba built the first of his super specialty hospitals in 1991, expressing his vision of treating not just the body, but also the mind and the soul. Free medical services are brought to the villages as well, to people who would never have had access to them otherwise. They are given care and education about nutrition and hygiene. Satya Sai Baba says, health is the essential prerequisite for success in all aspects of life, for realizing the ideals that guide humans. A healthy body is the best container for a healthy mind. A healthy heart is the temple of God. Satya Sai Baba says, the end of education is character. The chief goal of human existence is the realization of happiness for mankind and the unity of all men in a world full of love. This is the higher learning that this university shall teach. He has created an educational system from the elementary through postgraduate levels. Thousands of men and women have attended these schools and have consistently achieved the highest levels of academic excellence in India. Primary school, secondary school, and the university offer a full range of academic instruction, completely free of cost. The extensive curriculum includes courses in the physical and biological sciences, computer science, mathematics and business, and a full array of the arts spanning music, dance, history, and literature. The Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning celebrates healthy competition, team spirit, and sportsmanship. Each year, the annual sports and cultural meet showcases the creativity and talents of the students through physical activities and expressions of the cultural traditions of the land. Character. Character is the essence, the goal of education at the Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. Education here is not meant merely for informing students, but for transforming them.
I am indeed delighted to participate in the 21st convocation of Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. I take this opportunity to congratulate the young graduates for their achievements.
Satya Sai Baba's life, his example, his works, are now being emulated throughout the world, embracing all nations and all cultures. The timeless appeal of his teachings reflects the basis of all the great religions of the world. With its presence in over 170 countries, the Sri Satya Sai organization is bringing his message of love to millions. His message transforms, for it is universal. I have come to light the lamp of love in your hearts, to see that it shines day by day with added luster.
Before about 2 months ago, I feel that a great holy man called me. I tell my wife also, I feel a holy great man called me that to blessing me and to help me and to help our people. So we want to go to India.
Did the holy man say you should come to India?
Yes. She said to me, why you want to go to India? There is no friend, no dress, no any business, nothing in India. I said, I don't know, we must go. So we go by road, not by, because in Iraq there is no airplane, closed by war, by road from Baghdad to Iran, Pakistan, and to India, to the north of India.
How long did it take from Baghdad to
train or bus?
How long?
24 days to arrive to Puttaparthi. From Baghdad to Puttaparthi.
24 days.
24 days. Because we don't know where we come. We have no address. We don't know.
This is fantastic.
We don't hear about Baba Swami anything. We don't know anything.
Why did you buy the ticket to Puttaparthi? How did you know about a place called Puttaparthi?
I don't know.
Then?
I don't know, yes. I want to go to Puttaparthi and that is all.
Who told you about Puttaparthi?
Nothing.
How did you know the name to buy a ticket?
We go to some friend and tell him we want to go to the south of India. In the station, when we take the ticket, there is good ladies. She make the ticket to us, tell us no, direct to Puttaparthi, it's better to you. I said okay, Puttaparthi. We come to Puttaparthi. When we see the picture of Baba Swami, in that time we understand why we come here. We go to the ashram, we pray there in ashram, and we ask about Baba Swami. They said, Baba Swami not here, Baba Swami in Bangalore. Next day, only one night we stay in Puttaparthi. The second day we come by bus to here, to ashram, and we stay here inside ashram before 10 days. Every day we see Baba Swami in darshan, night, morning and afternoon, and we are now very, very happy. When we arrive, my wife said, oh, it is nice. That's my home. I want to stay there. And my wife, yesterday we began to translate some books. We began to translate.
We have a dictionary in Arabic.
We have a dictionary from English to Arabic. After we come back, God help us to translate some books in Arabic to let Arab people have information about Baba Swami, about his idea, love ever, not hurt, never.
Hurt never, help ever, hurt never.
Help we take the blessing of Baba for our people. Yes. I want to come back to help my people there. My people want help. Iraqi people want the help, want peace.